guys, so today we have a creepypasta that I'm going to be reading today, and we're gonna go straight to the point pretty much. So it is called "A Cursed Copy of Mario Party Caused Us So Much Trouble." Last week it was a cold day and I was preparing to go to my friend Mark's house at about 2:40. When I was done, I drove my car and eventually found his house in a huge field with only an abandoned building in the vicinity. When I parked there, he greeted me, and when I got in, I found out Tom, one of my friends, was already inside. We ate chips and drank Coca-Cola. After that, we all went upstairs in his bedroom, and he told me a secret. He once went to explore the abandoned building, and under a pile of rubble, he found a dirty envelope. Inside was a disc with a scratched cover. Once he showed it to me, I could make out the letters MROPTY9. The cover was very colorful, and it was a Wii game. He told me he had been waiting until this day to put it in his Wii, and so he did. After about 10 seconds, there it was. The game was Mario Party 9. The game seemed to work fine at first. We watched the beginning cutscene and wanted to try the mini games first. We played most of them, and we had a lot of fun. Though, every once in a while, the game froze for a second, or just acted weirdly. We just thought the disc was a bit scratched, and that was why. My friend's mom called us because she had made pizza. So we went downstairs and ate the pizza. I had the pepperoni one, while Mark ate the one with the corn on it. After a few minutes, we started hearing really weird noises coming from Mark's room. We quickly finished our pizzas and went up, only to see an incredibly creepy image on the screen. Mario's face occupied most of it. His skin was gray, and his eyes were black, and it seemed almost void. We were scared, but just played it off as a glitch because of the disc condition. Then the word "stay" quickly flashed on the screen. We were confused and terrified. The game returned to normal once we sat down on the couch. I tried to calm my friends down by saying it could have maybe been glitched, the name of one of the mini games. That didn't even seem to be the case. We tried to continue playing the game, but nothing seemed to work. We rebooted his Wii, removed the game, and put another one in. After we were done for the day, we all said goodbye and went back home, while trying to forget that creepy image. No matter how I tried, I couldn't fall asleep that night. It almost felt like everything in my own room was watching me. After barely getting any sleep, I woke up and felt really ill, and my head hurt a lot. So I stayed home instead of going to school. I felt better after a few days, but I still struggled to fall asleep. But the most shocking thing is that everyone who touched the disc felt the same as me. My friend Tom even went to the hospital, but they can't find any bacteria or virus. Once I felt better, I secretly woke up during the night at about 1 a.m. and drove to Mark's house. My plan was to destroy the disc, but I stopped at the abandoned building, in which I felt strangely well. I looked around and tried to understand what was up with it, and saw a shadow in the corner of my eye, which scared me so bad I ran out of the building and drove back home. The day after, I asked Mark to try to get rid of the disc somehow, as I believed it to be the source of our problems. But when he tried it, he fell into a coma. A few days later, I snuck into his home while he and his family were at the hospital to look after Mark. I took a large machete from the kitchen and threw it at the disc after I found it on the floor. The disc broke, but I still wasn't sure it was enough. So I took more objects around his home to shatter that cursed the thing to pieces, so it would leave us all alone. Eventually, I heard a cry coming from the remains of the disc, and I felt immediately relieved. I messaged Tom to ask how he felt, and he also felt better now. I quickly left and drove back home. I then asked the hospital if Mark had woken up yet, and they said that he woke up only a few minutes ago and told everyone the good news. Now it's been a week since this happened, and we tried to avoid speaking about this incident as it was extremely traumatic. I know it was a short story, but I mean, it is pretty scary, just the topic of it, just knowing that there could be actual like video games out there that could actually be cursed. Alright, so thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.